Obviously what we're looking at here is the assassin's dagger. This dagger has travelled from, I think, from season 1 right up to season 8, or even in the pilot I think we had a similar to it. But obviously the iconicness of this one is that it's a Valerian steel on the blade, which creates that little mist that what it can do, and has a mystery to it. You see the likes of the handle, which is basically, it's a horn, it's an antler. And the rest is just all image and jewels in between it all then, and a bit of gold beading that's around it. But obviously this iconic one moves from trying to assassinate Bran to winning the war against the White Walkers and the Whites in season 8. This dagger, when it first came up, and I think it was in season 1, when there was an assassin hired to kill Bran Stark. That dagger, it doesn't appear anywhere. Nobody seems to be figuring out who's designing or who's making it in that world, but obviously we had to do it ourselves. And so that dagger was what we knew how to be very Valerian steel, but it had to be very sleek. So I had a beautiful bone, a beautiful bit of antler that I wanted to use, which is basically what the grip is made from, because it's a lovely bit of black ebony. And obviously we knew the shape and the style of the blade, because we want to make it very sleek. Same with the scabbard, to make it sort of very, very sexy look and put a bit of jewels into it. But not knowing, I would not have known where that weapon went from the start to the finish, where it ended up in Arya's hand. I was very lucky. I was on a job years previous on Apocalypto that we shot in Mexico, and we had to make a lot of obsidian weaponry. The look and the style of this is exactly the world of Obsidian. This is the one we spoke about before. That was a quick make. It took us. We had 2 weeks, which is a White Walker sword. Image we got straight away because I knew it wanted to be a shard of crystal. We were shooting in Iceland. You could see by the stalagmites that were coming down off the walls were exactly like shards of ice, and you'd think, So I took loads of photographs of all the stalactites and the stalagmites. It's exactly. Obviously with Longclaw, it's an iconic weapon for Jon Snow. Obviously, coming from a young man to King of the North to, his present time with Daenerys. But looking at the Longclaw, you can see there at the moment, it's got a Valerian steel blade. You look at the crossguard, is a silver crossguard, black handle. Then they got the direwolf head that was sculpted for the pommel, and it's got 2 ruby diamond for his eyes, 2 rubies. So it was a nice make. It was a simple little make, because the most work we had on that really was the blade and the pommel to sculpt on that end of it. But it was a nice little make. Probably there's as much detail into the scabbard and the belt as there is in the weapon. This is iconic for Khal Drogo. So this is Khal Drogo's Iraq here. 2 daggers, so you would have seen his costume. He's a big bloke, big Hawaiian man, and a great guy as well. So he had his 2. He always wanted 2 little daggers. So you can see the bone, the deer bone on that one. So we got bone onto it, nice bit of bronze work, and then the steel blades. And then the Iraq is quite iconic for what they wanted. What the guys with Dave and Dan wanted was a sai, so a side weapon. Now, the difference with this one and a normal sai is that the side would have a blade. The blade on the inside would be that cutting, it's like that Egyptian feel to it. But what I did is reversed it and put the blade on the outside. Because the problem with the inside, you've got a limitation of that area. With the outside, you can ride along and use your weapon much easier on both sides for slashing and cutting, not just for chopping.